Hi there, this is Josh from Literary Gladiators, and today I'm going to be answering a challenge that I was presented with by Adrian and Dalton from Strip-Covered Lit. I'll leave a link to their channel down below, and specifically the video where they challenged me. And you should definitely check out the rest of their videos as well. I need to definitely catch up on their content because it's amazing. But they challenged me to review a modern short story because they've noticed that we talk a lot about classics on our channel. And the suggestion that they gave was the Semplica-Girl Diaries by George Saunders. And I want to start off by thanking them for giving me that recommendation because it was quite an enlightening read. I was just enthralled by the wit that Saunders presented me with in this particular work. It's featured in the 10th of December short story collection of his, but I went onto the New Yorker site and printed out a copy online. But I definitely want to check out his short story collection after having read the Semplica-Girl Diaries. The short story has to do with a 40-year-old middle-class man who he's reporting in his diaries everything that's going on. He's married to a woman named Pam and has 3 children. Lily's the oldest. Then there's Ava and a son named Thomas. And things really start to take place when they visit the Torini family for a party. And Leslie and Lily are friends with one another. But the Torinis are upper class, rich to the point that they are spending their money on extravagant, almost pointless things. And Leslie is the kind of person that wants these things that she really isn't going to take care of. She wasn't grateful for 6 llamas, but 9 horses is another story. And she really wanted a pond at one point in the story, but she already has 3 streams. These are some pretty... This is the kind of living that I don't even want to take class into perspective, because there are people that will spend their money on more common sense things aside from the things that were spent here. But otherwise, the featured family, that's what we're going to call them because they don't mention a last name. After their visit, they begin to feel jealous. On their way home, Lily seems to feel ungrateful. Ava's just devastated by these Semplica girls that rich people in this area tend to have. A Semplica girl, as featured in the title, is girls from the third world who are captured and then used as lawn ornaments. And they make it so that they are these exotic goddesses, which it's cruel as far as I'm concerned, the way that they're... but this is the way that they're ridiculing what money and riches can do. So Lily's birthday is coming up. Instead of wanting some things that the general public would deem common sense, like money for college, or new electronic, or in my case, a book, or a gift card to a place where I can buy books, she wants these statues, or just a picture of a cheetah, or it's just these really, and they cost a lot of money, and all they really are figurines. They're eye candy. But then things start to take a turn when the narrator wins $10,000 on a scratch-off, which he's been doing week after week, and now they're able to get these uppity things. The one that really strikes my attention is the hobo clown fishing in a pond, known as Summer Days. And they also pick up they get their Semplica-Girls as well, which is much to Ava's dismay. The discussion part of this video, I'm going to be revealing some things, so if you have not read the story and want to read it before you pick up some specific details, I would advise you to exit out and come back when you are finished. And for you, I hope you check out more videos and encourage you to keep reading. But if you have read this, or if you would like to hear my thoughts that will include spoilers, I encourage you to check this portion of the video out. Let me start out by saying that the narrator is a shallow piece of scum. I think that his values are very disoriented, and the fact that you need money in order to start with your life is outrageous. You don't need money in order to begin a good habit, or pick up a trade or a talent. Money's just something that, money to the higher degree is just a complement. It is a great help when used properly. Probably the wisest one in the whole story, much to the narrator's dismay, is his father-in-law, Farmer Rich, who he paints him as being a rich farmer, and how his wife came from a relatively rich background. If you want to really cut and dry, father-in-law wants nothing to do with his scum of a son-in-law, because his father-in-law worked his way to becoming rich. He did things the hard way. He felt that hard work is what brought you into the green. And when you achieve the money, you use it on savings for college. You use it to do good. You use it for things that are going to provide use. But these people used it on things that that they felt would make them look better, just so they can compete with the Torinis and other uppity families. You also have Ava, who is becoming very agitated and emotionally unstable, and they look at her as if there's something wrong with her. He even points out that Lily, who is his oldest daughter, is the one that deserves special treatment just because she's the oldest, which there are some parents that have this mentality as to who their favorite is, but to outwardly make choices based on favoritism, or even demonstrating it in any which way, is just immensely harmful. And his oldest Lily was a very entitled individual. She felt that she deserved these extravagant things, and it depressed her when she didn't get what she wanted. And it goes to and then the fact that she has that normal state of mind goes to show you that this is a dystopia that is really heading in a negative direction, which in many cases dystopians take on that feeling. And then you also have Thomas, who he seems to just go with the flow. He pops in here and there, but there's not a lot of attention paid to him. A lot is paid to Ava, especially when she defies their newly renowned position that was inevitably going to crash and burn anyway when she releases the Semplica-Girls. And that in itself is costly and proves to be a felony. This goes to show you the interesting lens that is paid to the idea of riches and rationality, which money is only as good as the purpose that it is being used for. Someone like myself, if I could spend my money on anything I wanted, it would be books, which I think that many people on BookTube would say the same. Of course, I would want to use the money to help family, donate to charities that have my attention, but to flaunt it and to show that you're better than anyone else, that's just lack of good character. In this sense, this featured family was offended by the Torinis and their riches, and once they reach their point, the tables turn completely. And in many cases, that becomes something that really drugs you up. That's money as a harmful drug, which more common sense characters, in the emotional sense, you get that from Ava being harmed by such, and then you get people who understand completely, like Farmer Rich, that know that this is a silly way to live. And looking through the way that this guy writes, I mean, he's writing for himself as far as I'm concerned, because that would need to be edited so much if he wanted anything good to come out of it. His priorities and his values are so disoriented, which it's just insane, I would say. Which I think that that's exactly what Saunders is trying to get at. And the fact that this short story sparked so much emotion goes to show you how well done it was. I would say that much. I think that Saunders is brilliant to address the situation of pointless extravagance, but more so the fact pointless extravagance without that logical planning. Because if you win $1 million and you want to spend your money on statues and figurines, you can go right ahead. Just think about what you need to do in order to remain on stable footing. And also take care of the things that need to be taken care of first, so that you don't end up in the same situation as you were before or worse, which in this case, they will definitely in the financial sense end up in a worse situation, but we hold high hope that it makes them smarter. From what they said though, it doesn't seem like there's much hope for this featured family. Hopefully, the note that Farmer Rich left them gives them a sense of what needs to be done. But that really, with that particular world that they're living in and their values next to the unreliability of the narrator, it's just a dysfunctional situation for them. I strongly suggest that you check out the Semplica-Girl Diaries. I'll leave a link to the New Yorker story down below, and I'll also leave a link to 10th of December, which I'm probably going to end up checking out for myself. I'll probably put it on my massive list of books to purchase. Thank you for tuning into this video, and I want to thank Adrian and Dalton for presenting me with this challenge. I am glad that I was able to take it on, and I hope you join us for some more videos. And for now, keep reading.